closing arguments. It's reverse alphabetical order. And if my grade 3 alphabet is correct, Teiko, you're up. Okay.
Good, well, thank you. As a Canadian, I appreciate the hard work of all my fellow candidates. Give them all a round of applause. It's a real commitment. It's been a real commitment for me too. January 15th, I had no idea I was going to be doing this, so quite an about-face for my life. And appreciation to my wife, Ika, for being patient with me. I have been involved with the Langley-Aldergrove EDA for about 10 years. I've been the president of the Writing Association, like my friend Jim is right now. I have been the campaign co-manager in the last federal election, where Mark Orwell won again. I think he's won 4 or 5. And more recently, I've been the chair of the Election Readiness Committee. We did a full SWOT analysis. We looked at of the 2015 election, what were our strengths, what were our weaknesses, what opportunities, what threats. We did a full analysis. Now, in 2008 and 2011, Mark Orwell won by a 60% majority, and the Liberals were at about 15%. 2015, with the red wave coming through, still a comfortable majority, we're down to 45%, and the Liberals came right up. I'm telling you, we need to pay attention. We need to have a strong conservative voice. We need to identify our supporters. And we need to have a really good get-out-the-vote strategy. Some activity going on there. So, for this campaign, I put together a very strong team of my friends, 25 people that have helped me get to where I am right now. And those people, a lot of them, not all of them, will come with me and merge into the Langley-Aldergrove 2018 election team. Thank you very much for your support. Teiko, number 1. Thank you.
Thanks, Teiko. Are we okay over here? Do we need a doctor? I don't have my glasses on. Is that a thumbs up or a thumb? It's okay. Okay. Thank you, Teiko. Steve Schafer.
I'm sorry. I'm beginning with an apology because here we are at the end of over 3 months worth of campaigning, and I've yet to meet with every one of you. My campaign has led during this time by publicly releasing my platform. We also produced videos, brochures, and business cards. We held coffee parties, phone knocked on doors, and I spoke at a number of small group meetings and dinners. All of this has cost nearly $10,000 in every spare moment I've had. Still, I've been unable to have a conversation with each of you about what federal issues are priorities for you and what potential solutions you might be able to bring to the table. That's intensely frustrating for me. Because democracy is expensive in terms of money and time invested, but it's worth it. While there are hundreds of millions of people literally dying for the democracy we enjoy in Canada, I'll appreciate the fact that for all the frustrations, candidates are free to speak their minds. Voters are able to choose from the marketplace of ideas. Those candidates they feel will best represent them in Ottawa. Since day one of this campaign, my ideas have been to protect freedom of expression and faith, to foster an environment where businesses can thrive, and to balance the budget in order to begin paying off our massive national debt. Some have imitated, I have led. These are simple issues, to be sure, yet I never imagined when I was younger that these fundamentals would come under a prolonged attack from so many politicians in Ottawa. It's why I haven't chosen to focus on niche issues that are of importance to only a select few. When I look into my children's eyes at night and think about their futures, I want to be able to tell them I'm doing everything I can to ensure they have at least the same opportunities I enjoyed at their age. We all want our children to be able to express themselves without fear, to be able to run a business that provides well and gives them hope for a good future, and to be able to afford a reasonable standard of living. This is what I'm fighting for. I know that these issues have resonated strongly with those I've been able to talk to, but in the next 2 days, if you still have questions about me or where I stand on a given issue, would you please give me a call? I'd love to have a chat with you and have the opportunity to earn your trust and your vote. And if you've already committed your first place vote to someone else, I urge you to please consider me as your second choice on the ballot. This contest will likely go more than one round, and all of your down ballot votes will be extremely important. Make sure you're able to vote for most of what you want, even if your preferred candidate isn't successful. Because I can't wait to head to Ottawa to be a powerful voice speaking out on these issues and more. And for that, I'll never need to apologize. Thank you all for your support, for your encouragement over the past few months. I'll see you on Saturday.
Benjamin.
So first of all, again, thank you all for coming out. This is an incredibly important activity to be involved in. Our civic responsibility, our civic duty, to actually get out and vote, participate in politics, not just on election day, but you guys are ones who actually came out and participated in before that, in the formation of policy, the formation of what we stand for. You guys stand there too. You're the one influencing us, saying, what are we standing for? We're standing for what you stand for, right? And so you're coming out and going to be voting the person that is most like where you are. And so again, thank you. Thank you for each of the contestants for putting your name forward. It's, again, incredibly important that we step forward, that we offer to serve, that we take on the responsibility of representing the riding well. And I think we also need to recognize that Canada is changing. We're in, some call it the fourth industrial revolution. The last 10 years, Canada is almost unrecognizable from where it was. Some of these changes are good, some of them are bad. But we need to recognize that changes are occurring. And we can't sweep that under the rug. We have to address them. The vast economic change, the technological changes, the types of jobs that are available to Canadians are changing. And we need politicians that are able to address that, to speak into it, bring our conservative values, bring our conservative principles, and to address that, not just leave it off for, Trudeau and the rest of his team to say, oh, well, don't worry your pretty little heads, we'll do this. No, it's not on the government, it's on us. It's on private individuals to say, hey, no, we're going to take charge of our own future and not leave it up to others. And so we need to address the privacy, we need to address the security, we need to address the changes in technology in our economy. And we need politicians that understand that. And so I look out, and for me, I'm 26. That's quite young, I recognize that. But I'm also from the generation that we will be the first generation in nearly 100 years that if things don't change, we will be worse off than our parents' generation, first generation for that. That's because of the debt that Trudeau's been heaping on our country. The pollution and environmental challenges we're facing. Again, the changing economy, changing technology. These are all issues that we are facing. And we can be doing this for kids, we can be doing this for grandkids, but I'm looking at this and saying, I have to do this for me too. Because I cannot pass the buck to anybody, because these are things that are going to be affecting me and my generation for the rest of our lives. You're witnessing these changes now, and they're just going to exponentially grow. So, again, thank you for participating. Thank you for coming out. It's so important that we stand together and elect somebody of integrity that we trust, that is going to go to Ottawa and be, again, powerful voice, but one that we know what they'll say and that they'll be responsible and accountable to us, the electorate. So I hope to lead with integrity by serving and by being humble throughout the whole process. Thank you.
Thank you to my family and friends for your work and your patience over these months. It's been an absolutely phenomenal experience for me, I think for all of us, and for all of you that are attached to us. And thank you, Conservative membership, for buying a membership, for engaging and coming out tonight, and then coming out again on Saturday to cast your ballot. As a Conservative, I value Canada that is strong, united, prosperous, and free. I value little government interference and red tape in the lives of our citizens and business people. We have a right to protect our right to make a living and enjoy the fruit of our labor. Hard work matters. Innovation matters. Freedom to make choices matters. I also value a Canada that brings help to those who need it in the form of a hand up, not necessarily a handout. As a community builder, I value strengthening our communities at home for all of us. This means building strong families and seniors, strengthening our municipalities through robust P3 funding programs, attractive affordable housing development programs as green initiatives, responsible green development and home building through tax incentives, an environment that helps small businesses grow and plan for a profitable succession, capacity building within the nonprofit sector so they can continue addressing and solving our community's needs, such as hunger, homelessness, and marginalization, innovation in food security and local production. Politicians can't fix what they don't know about. Your job as citizens is to talk to us and tell us what is broken so we can fix it. I am a skilled, articulate, and tenacious advocate. I have been for 30 years. I am worthy of your vote. I believe we all want this community to be represented by someone who truly understands what it means to walk the walk and advocate for people who need a voice. Vote for me on Saturday. I am worth your vote. Thank you.
Phyllis.
Thank you all for your participation in this process. We all know why we're here. We're here to choose a candidate to best represent our riding. Maybe you've come because someone has asked you to become a member and expects you to vote for them. I know that, and so do you. That's the way it normally works. But I want to let you know that in the private voting booth, you can put a 1 beside my name. And if you can't step over that, make me your second. Vote for the candidate that speaks to your heart. A candidate who's fed up with a Prime Minister who has squandered the incredible endowment left by Stephen Harper. Justin Trudeau clearly doesn't understand how economy works. He still believes the budget will balance itself, if he even cares at all. Justin wants to tax the motivation right out of people like us. He instructed his finance minister to go after small business owners like my husband and myself and you, as if we're tax evaders and bad people. He dressed up like a clown on a state visit to India. And then there's China. JT's meddling with the SNC Lavalin case has put us in a position where China, yes, China, laughs at us when our Prime Minister says that we're a country that respects the rule of law. Now you might be saying, yeah, I know all that. Come on, how does this relate to you, and why should we vote for you? The answer is simple. I was born for this. My entire life has prepared me to represent you in service to our country. My career has been one of determination and perseverance, where I reached my accreditation in a challenging and demanding field. I do not shrink when faced with daunting challenges. No, not me. I work with tenacity. By now, it might be clear that I'm not your normal candidate. I am the type of candidate that will put our riding on the map. Why? Because I'm not going to silently sit still. You know, Berggren, Rempel, Hepner. So let's take a look at 2 potential outcomes in the upcoming election. We win, yay! In that case, I'm a full-on member of the team. I'll be shouting from the rooftops in support of the policies of our Conservative government that they will implement to improve our lives. Scene 2. Boy Blunder bumbles his way back into office. Well, watch me go then. I'll hold that guy so accountable that he'll wish he had lost the election. So let me leave you with this thought. Phyllis Hepner is a force of nature, rare to go. I'm Phyllis Hefner, maybe 1 on Saturday, May 4th. Hefner, Phyllis 1.
Amir.
4 years ago, our nation made a terrible mistake. It replaced a fiscally responsible government that worked with discipline. It was scandal-free. With a liberal government that at first look, it was really cute. 4 years later, the rule of law has been undermined by this government. 4 years later, our taxes have been increased. New taxes are being proposed, and we still have massive budget deficits. 4 years later, our country is being bullied at the international stage by some of our own supposed allies. As your MP, I will do my absolute best to repair those harms. I hope that you understand that a vote for me as a Persian Canadian, it will be a no vote to those who believe that Canada is too diverse. I hope that you see that a vote for me would be a vote for saying that Liberals do not have a monopoly on diversity. If you elect me as your candidate, I will raise the profile of our riding by focusing on matters that affect all Canadians, like taxation and trade. As a fiscal conservative, I know that your hard-earned money belongs to you. What you contribute to the government in taxes is paid in trust and must not be wasted. I hope to have your support on Saturday. You have been a magnificent audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amir. So we're almost done. Oh, isn't this great?
Well, don't give it to him.
I'll just wait until this moves all the way down. And just because you're 26, Benjamin, you still have to cough out man. Okay, so we're almost done. Yeah, the person's in there, that's legit. Just stop it there. Oh, hold it just a sec. So I have $10. You know that one, the best international banknote? The $10, just recently. So I can't part with it. That's all I have. Oh, that's pretty good. Thank you, everybody. Okay. So, photographer, can you kind of get ready for a sec? But before we get there, we're almost done. A reminder that voting day is this Saturday from 9:30 to 3:30 here. And I'd like to go over a little bit about what's going to happen.